But the point of the Ray Cohn thing, the guy Ray, was at the beginning. He was listening to an album, like a hypnosis album, and it was 1940, guys, 1950. And the guy was laying back, and this is way before Anthony Robbins. And this guy was just saying that the key to all this shit is persistence. Excuse me. And I remember sitting there after hearing that the first time. And I thought about it last night. Like when I was driving home from the Ice House with you, and I went home last night. And I don't know what I did when I got home last night. I just sat around for like an hour and cooled off. And I thought about that word and how it's really fucking real. Like the first time he went to the McDonald Brothers, they were like, nah, we don't want a franchise. And then he went back with a different offer. And then he went back. And they're like, this guy is a fucking persistent fuck.
So were the McDonald's brothers like, I don't want to say artists, but they were purists. They like burgers.
They had created something. They had worked hard for what they had created. They had experimented. They had lost. They had experimented. Then they chopped it down to what they sold. And they made it into a production line so you could have a burger in 30 seconds. And then they sold it as an American institution. When you go into a town, what do you see? A church? It's got a cross on it. You see a city government building, it's got a flag on it. And when you see McDonald's, it's got the two arches on it. It was just a brilliant idea, guys. It's amazing when you see American ingenuity. That's American ingenuity. But the main thing I got from that was his persistence. Like, people have no idea what they need to do. Like now, I remember we talk about selling. And I talk to you about selling all the time. I was a good salesman, but I wasn't a great salesman. Do you know why? Because when I was young, and I didn't really want to focus on it. That was not what I wanted to do. I frowned upon that career, which, if I would have stuck it out, I would have been a great salesman on the phone. I mean, when I was 27, when I came out of prison, I got a great job offered to me. And if I would have got that job, I could have got any other fucking job. Because I would have just kept moving up. I just never gave it enough time.
Selling on the phone?
Yeah, like being an indoor salesman for like a big corporation. They don't know what you look like. They don't know you're a fucking felon. They don't give a fuck. They just want you to sell and set appointments. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just selling, sending you a package, staying on you, and then going, listen, I got a rep in your area right now. They come over there and talk to you. Let me set it up for you. That type of shit. Those guys make dough, and then they make back-end dough. If you have the appointment, you make dough. If you sell it, I make dough. If they get something else, I make dough. So there's 3 or 4 levels of dough there.
So you end up making a lot of money and just sitting at a desk and making, oh yeah?
You really can. You'd be surprised how well telemarketers do. Now, especially jobs that don't have a ceiling on them. Like if they do not have a ceiling, like I have the potential to go really.
You can make as much money as you want.
I could actually make $8,000 today. That is a fucking tremendous job to have. It's tremendous pressure on an individual, but it really isn't. It really isn't. When I was younger, I did that also, and I was good at it, but I wasn't great at it. But by what I've learned the last 10 years in comedy and how the funniest guys are not usually the popular ones, and all that type of shit taught me that. What are we talking?